Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. We are from the Group 2 and we're going to represent our community project proposal. The title of this is Lahat Aangat, Walang Babagsak Project. The organizational background of this project is intended to help our fellow citizens who are struggling with their lives by giving them a chance to feel how it is like to eat a meal 3 times a day and to also help the young ones who can't afford schooling and somehow let them be able to read and write so that somehow they have the basic knowledge in this world that may help them with their future. When the time for a more complete effort is not available, a workshop gives a method to generate an intensive educational experience in a short amount of time. It's an excellent way to teach practical skills since it allows participants to try out new techniques and fail in a safe environment. It can serve to build a feeling of community or common purpose among its participants, especially for those who work together.
Okay, so next we have the chart, the organizer, barangay captain. Under barangay captain is secretary, volunteer, and auditor. And the volunteer is the people. Next. The primary goal and objective of community organization is to eliminate individuals' distinction, foster a sense of shared purpose and sacrifice, and encourage collective participation in community projects. People must be organized for the advancement and development of the community.
Next is problem statement. According to the data gathered, there are 2 out of 10 people who can eat 3 times a day last month in Barangay Mangahan, Pasig City. Therefore, 80% of people living there are malnourished. Students who had their parents pay for their education were more likely to stay in school, but less likely to achieve their full academic potential. Lack of jobs in a depressed region, a mismatch between company demand and labor abilities, and discriminatory hiring practices are all structural impediments to employment. Limiting disability, a lack of education and training, child care bills, and a lack of transportation are all personal causes for unemployment.
Project proposition. To resolve this, lahat aangat walang babagsak project was initiated. The goal of this project is to get rid of hunger in Barangay Mangan and to maintain healthy living for 2022. You can run a successful workshop if you pay attention to all stages of the process. Planning, preparation, and implementation are the 3 stages of a workshop. Furthermore, once you finish, it's critical to follow up with participants to obtain feedback on the workshop so that you can enhance it for the next time.
The project activities, the population of Barangay Mangahan is over 88,000. According to the data gathered last month, there are 8 out of 10 people who can eat 3 times a day. Therefore, 20% of people living there are malnourished, which is 20% higher than previous years. To resolve this, we're planning to have a feeding program and have a seminar for healthy living. These are the project activities. To achieve our goal, we made a chart showing the places and schedule where we'll conduct our activities. Okay. Lahat aangat, walang babagsak. In situ karangalan feeding program, seminar program, and schooling will be on January 8 to January 9. In situ na Pico feeding program seminar program and schooling will be on January 15 to January 16. Sitio Magsaysay, the feeding program, seminar program, and schooling will be on January 22 to January 23.
Project Activities Program. Activity Program number 1 is conducting feeding programs. Identify the children who badly need the assistance. To avoid bias, use the Department of Health method of identifying malnourished kids. The Barangay Nutrition Scholar, a local public employee, knows this. I believe the community health workers know this as well. There is a standard for anthropometric measures for Filipino based on weight and height, determining malnutrition. This will also be your baseline in monitoring the children every month. This is to check if you are successfully with your program. Personnel, barangay health workers, survey committee members, resources, children's nutritional status. Activity Program number 2: Conducting seminars. You could show individuals utilizing another technique, for example, a review circle, a course, or a hands-on preparing. There are various ways of showing individuals things and on grounds that individuals learn in various ways. A studio has few advantages and downsides, the most striking of which is the absence of time it gives over these different strategies, which settles on it a decent precision in specific conditions. Personal. Personal professionals or people with experience, resources, different types of equipment. Activity number 3: Short time of schooling. Monitoring and checking the kids' progress or development of their knowledge. Personnel, teachers, resources, school materials.
Evaluation of the project. After we conduct our activities in Barangay Mangaan, we'll start a survey to determine if we reduce the number of people who are malnourished. If the number of malnourished people increases, well, have an emergency meeting discussing action plans and changes to our program. When we see a drastic change with the data, we'll start minimizing the weekly activities. Project budget. Particulars. Number one, staff salary amount of 50 peso, 50,000. Number two, school office materials 25,000. Number three, community gathering 20,000. Number four, miscellaneous 20,000. Number five, volunteers allowance 25,000. And number six, food 10,000. And total of 150,000 pesos.
Lastly, we have the conclusion. The project is expected to assist our compatriots who are fighting for their lives by allowing them to experience what it is like to live well, and as to assist the younger ones who cannot afford tutoring by allowing them to read and write in some way so that they have the essential information in this world that will help them with their future. Individual differences should be eliminated. A sense of mutual perspective and finance should be cultivated, and collective collaboration in local area initiatives should be supported. Individuals should be coordinated for the local area's progress and growth. Once we finish our activities in Barangay Manggahan, we'll conduct an assessment to see whether we can reduce the number of malnourished people. If the number of starving people increases, we'll convene a crisis conference to discuss plans and programs modifications. We'll start reducing the week-by-week workouts whenever we see a significant change in the data. And that's all for our
Thank
project
you.
proposal.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everyone.